Hello, I am Alec. I am a consultant and I love to show people how to keep their money private. So, we're going to have some fun right now because I'm going to talk about how I manage energy diets. Repeat, I manage energy diets. So, we're going to have some fun with this bit right here because I also have the header too where it says I build health with food. All right, that's what I do. So, let me give you a backstory. So I've been in the medical realm for a very long time, since 1998, and I've seen diets come and I've seen diets go. Excuse me, morning time. But they all have the same basic foundation to them, right? It's going to consist of protein, fats, and carbohydrates. Okay, what does that look like? That looks like meat, and that looks like vegetable. That looks like fruit, and that looks like grains, right? It's so simple. A dummy like me can figure it out. Okay, so like one of the diets that I went through when I was younger, in my younger days, right? I went through what they called the paleo diet, right? And then that's when I was eating like how the caveman allegedly, supposedly ate, and I was like, oh, this sounds like it makes sense, because if this is how our bodies were designed, then maybe we should be eating the foods like this, right? So I walked through the paleo diet and that was fun. And then I also walked through other diets too, right? Like I walked through the IF diet, the intermittent fasting diet, right? And then I thought that was fun because it had a cool title to that one, like the warrior diet, right? And then I gone through all of these diets, and then you had all these people always pitching these diets, right? But then I really thought about it, and then I drilled down to this other bit called the urban homesteader. Right. So I was like, well, how would I eat if I was a farmer? Right. And then that's what my focus started to be on. Like, what would I eat if I was a farmer? So I had this book, and it's called the Urban Homesteader, and it says grow food anywhere. Then it says compost, and then it says preserve and ferment foods. Then it says sterilize jars and bottles, learn 6 ways to preserve a tomato, clean your house without toxic chemicals. Right. And I thought that was an interesting path. Right. And I was like, okay, so let's just take it back to the fundamentals. And then I got into the Bible, right? And then the Bible told me what was up, and it told me what the food was all about. And I was like, I was cool ever since then. But now I still manage energy diets, right? So I'm going to circle back around, and I want to show you what diet is, okay? me. Got to clear my throat, right? And I want to show you what diet is, okay? Check this out. Diet is manner of living. Okay, you see that MAN? That's man, and man means think. Okay, manner of living. Diet is mode of life prescribed by a physician. Okay, and a physician will be a doctor, and a doctor is a teacher. Okay, diet is food. Diet is a room. Diet is parlor, or diet is bedroom. Okay, so those are all the terms and the conditions for the word diet. Right? It's so much fun. So I'm having my agent bring back to me. So I was like, agent, show me what a dietitian does in simple terms, right? Because, I'm circling back around to the healthcare profession, because I'm getting ready to run jurisdiction over all healthcare professionals. Okay. So check this out. I'm going to show you what my agent brought back when he said this is what a dietitian is. Okay. A dietitian is a healthcare professional who specializes in nutrition and helps people improve their health through food and diet. All right. That's what they do. They show people how to eat. Right. That's all they do. Right. And I've done this for a very long time, too, because I used to write down diets for people, back in the day. And I was like, well, here, I've done a lot of studying, and it says if you eat this and you eat that, this is going to help you out, especially with the type of condition that allegedly you may have. But I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Right. So I'm not a medical doctor. So I can't really tell you that. All I can do is I can just point to you and say, look at what these people eat and look at what these people don't have. Okay, check this out. They, meaning dietitians, they provide advice. And I was like, oh, that's what I do too. But I call it consulting, right? But I also do call it advice, right? They provide advice and treatment for dietary and nutritional issues, okay? Working with patients, also called people. So a patient is just like, it's another term that we run jurisdiction over. Often working with patients who have specific medical conditions that require dietary changes, right? So when you do the drill down breakdowns on most of the problems with people and their health problems, it's always going to boil down to just a few things. It's going to boil down to your food, right? Your diet. It's going to boil down to how much you exercise or how little you exercise. And it's going to boil down to your stress, right? Those are going to be the things that all of the medical conditions all boil down to: food, exercise, and stress, right? That's your mind and what's going on there. Okay. It's so simple. Dummy like me can figure it out. Check it out. Dietitians are regulated and must meet specific educational and professional requirements to practice. They have to practice. That's what they do. They practice. I don't practice. I just teach, right? To practice, ensuring they have the knowledge and skills to provide safe and effective nutritional guidance. Okay. So I guess the easiest way that you can do that is that you have to be the example, right? So if you want to provide advice for people, especially when it comes to food, right, then you have to be the example. You have to be the living embodiment of what it is that you're talking about, right? And I know for a fact that there's a lot of people in the healthcare professional who don't look healthy, right? They don't live the life that they talk about that they do, right? And we know that for a fact because I was in that realm since 1998. Since 98 all the way to 2021, okay? And I know that there's a lot of unhealthy people within the healthcare realm that are trying to circle back around and tell people who are sick, this is how you cannot be sick. I was like, the math don't add up. You can't be doing that, okay? So this is why we always run boss position now. So I run jurisdiction over my government agents, okay? All my government agents. That includes healthcare professionals, okay? So I also run jurisdiction over all healthcare professionals, and this one makes them mad. This one makes them upset because they went to school for a very long time to learn what they know, and I could just come in and I read the Constitution and I say, I just captured you, okay? I captured you. Check this out. Check it out. This is coming from California Constitution, Article 1, Section 3 alpha. Look at what this says. It says the people, hi, I'm one of the people. It says the people have the right to instruct their representatives, petition government for redress of grievances, and assemble freely to consult for the common good. So if I want to instruct my neighbors and I want to show my neighbors, hey, this is the type of food that you should be eating because this is where the food comes from. This is how it's grown. And these are the ingredients that are in this specific recipe, then I can show my neighbors that. And then I can say, hey, neighbor, look at what this health condition is right here. And look at what causes this health condition right here. Look, if you maybe eat like this and if you maybe move like that, you could probably protect yourself or prevent yourself from getting to that state. Okay. That's called consulting for the common good. Okay. And then my neighbor can be healthy, right? And this is what we like to do. And then when they say, you can't do that, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Right? I'm not regulated. I regulate the regulators, okay? And then I pull this bit out right here. It's California Constitution, A2 for Article 2, Section 1. And I was like, hello, Mr. Doctor. Do you think you're my boss? I said, well, check this out. All political power is inherent in the people. Full stop. Right there. I never moved from that position. And I said, now, where did you get your authority to do what you do? Who gave you your license to practice? And then they say, well, I got it from the state of this or the state of that. And I was like, well, who created the state? The people. And I was like, I'm one of the people and I'm presenting myself to you right now. So that makes you my servant. That makes you my creature. You were created to benefit me. Okay, doctor? Okay, and then this is what I like to do. It's so much fun, all right? So we're done. We're done. We just wanted to show you that bit because I manage energy diets. So I got our call to action right here. Okay, here's our call to action because this is what we do, right? So if you want us to show you how to keep your money private, right, then we will move your public person from the public realm into the private realm, and we will talk about some wonderful things, and we will show you how to operate from boss position. We will show you how to run jurisdiction over your healthcare providers. We will show you how to run jurisdiction over your governments, okay? If this sounds like an interesting thing for you and you would like to invest in this, right, then you should contact us and then we will hang out, okay? So our contact information is either going to be on the screen, in the description, or you can go to the profile, you can get it there, you can give us a call and you can say, hello, I would like to keep my money private, and also can you show me how to manage energy, right? If it sounds like you and I will be a good fit, then we'll move your public person from the public realm into the private realm and we'll talk about some wonderful things, okay, my neighbor? So hit us up and let's hang out. All right, we're done. So let's go ahead and walk it back up now, man. So put in those 2 constitutional provisions in your back pocket. Never move from that position. Always operate from boss position. If you're my neighbor and you're one of the people, always operate from boss position. If you don't know how, we'll show you how. Okay? And put that dietitian bit in your back pocket too, because you can run jurisdiction over all dietitians. And now you know what diet is. Okay? So diet is more than just food. Diet is a manner of living, right? So you have to manage how you live. Okay? And that's why I say I manage energy diets. It's so simple. A dummy like me can figure it out. And I want to show you how to figure it out too, okay? So that's it. We're done. All right, call to action number 2. If you want us to show you how to keep your money private, right, then we will move your public person from the public realm where everybody has their hands in your cookie jar, taking this and taking that from you. We'll show you how to protect your cookie jars, right? And then we'll move your public person into the private realm, and then we'll talk about how you can keep your money private, okay, my neighbor? And you can get your money to work for you, all right? All right, so if you want to contact us, our information, again, is either going to be on the screen, in the description, or go to the profile, get it there, give us a call and say, oh, goodness, I really would like the government's hands out of my cookie jar, and I would like to run jurisdiction over my government, and I would most definitely like to run jurisdiction over my healthcare providers because I don't feel healthy right now because of the food that they make me eat. Can you help me out, my neighbor? And if you and I sound like we're going to be a good fit, then we'll move your public person from the public realm into the private realm, and we'll talk about some wonderful things, okay, my neighbor? So hit us up, let's hang out, and let's keep your money private. All right, we're done. We're going to put this together. We're going to upload it. We're going to see how it flows. I'll talk to you guys in the future. Remember, nobody's having more fun than us. Bye.